Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3T Path channel. My name is Giridhari and today I want to read you a beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita which shows what Krishna can do for you and what Krishna has done for me and has had wonderful effects on me. So I want to talk about what you should expect. What can you expect from God? Because people tend to expect the wrong thing from God. People don't know what to ask. They don't know what they want in life. They don't know how to prioritize their life. So they don't know what to ask of God. And then they expect God to do things for them which God doesn't say He's going to do. He's not willing to do. It won't be helpful for you. And they get frustrated, confused, and they lose faith. So this verse will get you right on track of what God can do for you and how wonderful it is. And it's available to you too. So let's read this verse. This is verse 31 of chapter 9. I'm going to read the Sanskrit first and then the translation. And the Sanskrit goes like this. Kṣipraṁ bhavati dharmātmā śaśvacchāntiṁ nigacchati kaunteya pratijānīhi name bhakta praṇaśyati. Translation. You should know for certain, Arjuna, that any atma, any soul, who is dedicated to my loving service quickly becomes steady in dharmic living and soon achieves the balanced state of shanti. No bhakta of mine is ever lost for long, and none is ultimately lost or destroyed. Very nice. Translation is from the Bhagavad Gita Comes Alive by Jeffrey Armstrong. And so let's go over this again. So you should know for certain, Arjuna, that any atma is soul, individual soul, you and me. Any soul who is dedicated to my loving service, so a devotee of God, devotee of Krishna, bhakta, any devoted servant of mine becomes steady in dharmic living. So what will devotion do for you? Krishna says, if you're steady in bhakti, what you're going to get is to, actually in another place he says you're going to get jnana, knowledge. But here he's saying you'll get dharmic living, because when you get the knowledge, then you get dharma as well. These things are connected because you'll know jnana, knowledge. You'll know your dharma, and you'll know the importance of living dharma. So those who are my devotees, Krishna says, they will get dharmic living and soon achieve the balanced state of shanti. So let's look at that. The dharmic living, the whole point, the very basis, the foundation of everything we're doing, the whole Vedic focus and translated to yoga and everything, dharma. Because dharma means your essence and your duty. It means purpose. The difference of having a dharmic life is that if you don't have a life focused on your essence, on your duty, on your purpose, you are lost to kama, desire. Just crazy, empty, whatever desire. Your life is just guided by, oh, I want to get that, and I want to experience this thing, and oh, it'd be nice to do that, and it's just, that's no guide for anyone. That just leaves you frustrated and confused because that's the nature of desire. You satisfy a desire, and if it's just guided by desire, you don't care how you get that desire. So then what's happening for you to get that desire satisfied? Are you cheating? Are you lying? Are you hurting people? Are you causing damage? Are you hurting yourself? What's the cost of that desire being met? Because if you're only thinking of desire, you're not thinking of the costs, of the moral implications, ethical issues related to that desire. It's just a desire. That's what I made a video about this recently here, how these sins, these they take over your mind. Krishna says they're gates to hell. Because that's just their nature. They just take over your mind. If you're full of anger, if you're full of lust, if you're full of greed, you don't care. The other things, there's no space for you to consider other things. So then you start making a mess of your life. You make a mess of things around you. This is the world today. And when we're destroying the planet, why? Because we don't care. You just have a desire. I want this. So I don't care if it's going to destroy the planet. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not, you're not considering it because the desire takes over. Greed. We have to make money. Oh, we have to knock the whole forest down to make money. Who cares? It's like, are we going to make money with it? Great, let's do it. You know, because that's the only thing that you worry about. Greed. So then there's no room for anything else, no other considerations. But a life in Dharma gets you away from this crazy life. Because that life leaves you frustrated. Because once you've done all those bad things, you leave a mess behind. It's like, let's just say a simple example. You know, everybody likes, you know, sweet stuff and, you know, super processed foods. They're yummy. Yeah, sure, who doesn't like a donut, ice cream? They're really yummy. Cookies and, yeah, fries. So they're yummy. So the desire says, go for it. And then you eat it. And then you're feeling like, then you're left with the problem with, oh no, I'm overweight. Oh, you know, my body's being damaged by it. You know, I'm gonna get diabetes. I'm gonna get a heart attack. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose like, you know, so many years of my life. So you can like cause all this damage. And once you've done it, like you've stuffed your face with like, even immediately, like you ate that junk, and it's like, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good after you've done it. It was nice while you were doing it, because then there was like, that was a desire. I want to experience that thing. So it was nice then, but immediately it's not nice anymore. That's the nature of desire. It just leaves you like, you know, with the hangover, you know, it's like, it just leaves you worse off. It seemed like a good idea. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that desire is like, first it seems like nectar, but then it's like poison. He says that's happiness in rajas. That first it seems, oh, it's going to be amazing, but then, so it starts like nectar, ends like poison, Krishna says. And that's exactly it. So that life of kama, the life of just following your desires, is a very confused life, a very frustrating life, a lost life. But once you live in Dharma, then you feel really good because you're living your essence out. You're being yourself. That's what Dharma means, that you're taking the best of you, your essence, and from that essence, you are generating action, duty, purpose. So you have a life guided by purpose. You have a focus in your life. You know what to do. And therefore, you're inspired and guided because you're doing what your essence asks of you. You're fulfilling purpose. And this is a wonderful feeling. The atma, the soul, we all want to feel that. We all love that feeling of purpose, of mission. I'm doing the right thing. It feels really good. And it adds up. It accumulates a very good feeling, a very joyful feeling. And then Krishna says, what does he say? Is if you live like that, you will soon achieve the balanced state of shanti. Shanti is a wonderful word, peace. Shanti, just the sound, shanti. It's a wonderful word. Very powerful word in Sanskrit, shanti, shanti, shanti. So you achieve peace. Why will you achieve peace? And this is what happened to me. That's what I'm saying. This is like blessing Krishna is giving you. He has given to me, it's worked for me, and it can work for you. It works for my students. They tell me too, you know, that it's worked for them. It really works. So shanti comes because your life is now purposeful, regulated. You have a path. You know what to do. You have clarity of mind. You're no longer lost in a maze of desires. just empty, shallow desires that may bring you like damage to your body, to your mind, to people around you, to the planet. These desires, just uncontrolled, unchecked desires, is a horrible life. And also, if you understand the law of karma, what is the law of karma according to the Vedas? The law of karma is a response to the dharmic quality of your actions. That's what it is. That's all the karma, the law of karma is. It's giving you feedback on the dharmic quality of your life. So let's say, and this is, again, it's always on, right? There's no like, oh, time off karma. No, it's always on. So you don't have any time off, it's on. So you wake up and you start doing your things. And so the question is, okay, first question, are you doing what you should be doing? That's the first question. Are you doing what you should be doing? Are you doing your dharma? Or are you just blind to your dharma? Do you not see what you should be doing now? Are you doing what you should be doing? And then second, are you doing it well? So with these two, you get, graded by the universe. So what's the dharmic score? You get a score from that. Like, yes, it was my dharma and I did it well. Okay, you get 100. Like it was, you didn't do you had to do the dharma and you didn't do it. Or you did it, but you did it really badly. You weren't into it. You didn't do it with love, with care. So you did it really badly. And then it's like, you didn't do it at all. You get 0. So the way karma works is this. You have actually two accounts. You have like a positive karma account and a negative karma account. They're not just like one account. It's not like a bank where like you put money in, it goes up, and you take money out, it goes down. It's just like one thing. No, it's actually two things. You have the karma score and you have the good karma score and the bad karma score. And you can work those two things. So when something bad happens to you, your bad karma score goes down because you've just used some of that bad karma. And when something good happens, your good karma score goes down because you had a good experience. Now, when you do something good, when you get a good dharma score, you did the right thing, you did it well. So then you get credit in your good karma score. You get good merit. Now, if you do the bad thing, you get more bad karma score. So which balance are you going to increase? The good merit score or the bad suffering score? That's the way it works. So when we live a life based on dharma, we are constantly accumulating good results. Of course, the yogi is doing everything and offering it to Krishna, so he's going even beyond good results. He's transcending the whole karma thing, which is the ultimate goal of yoga. But even though he is transcending, he is still gathering good merit. He's getting Krishna's blessings. No longer just material karma. You accumulate blessings when you're doing karma yoga. But that's another topic. But just to keep it simple, dharma, you fulfill your dharma, you get merit. Good things come. You fail on your dharma, you get demerit. You get bad karma. You accumulate bad reactions, which is awful, which is also obvious. I mean, this is most of the problems you have in your life, you created them, right? I mean, you hooked up with the wrong person. You didn't take care of your body properly. You failed to, maybe study well. You messed up. I mean, most of the things we can see, if I hadn't done this bad decision, if I hadn't, it's a bad investment, I let my greed take over me and I did some stupid investment, I lost all my money. It's like, oh, you got hooked up with the wrong person. I got pregnant and, I didn't take care of things, so I ended up getting pregnant with the wrong person at the wrong time. or you didn't take care of your body, so now you're suffering and you don't feel well. So most of the time, it's us. I mean, we're the ones creating. We're co-creators of our reality here. So whatever you're living, it's you who made it. It's 100% you. Even things you're like, no, that's got nothing to do with me. The virus came from China or something. It's like, yeah, but in another lifetime, you created this karma to live a pandemic. So it's always you. And it's you doing this. It's your dharmic score. So the more you can focus on your dharma, the more you can focus on your essence and your duty, the more good merit you'll get. And the more you fail on your dharma, the more bad karma you accumulate. You accumulate trouble. So what Krishna is saying is, look, first of all, and this is totally true, this happens with my students, it happened with me, it happens with everybody I know who follows this path properly. If you're devoted to me, you will get dharmic life. It's true, because it's a package deal. Once you get into this path, you will understand what Dharma is more and more. Like in my 3T path, I talk about the 7 categories of Dharma, the 7 Dharmas. It's in the book 3T Path, there's videos about it here. So you accumulate, you understand what Dharma is, you understand how to cultivate it, you understand the lifestyle necessary to have the clarity of mind, to be able to see your Dharma. So it's like it's a whole package thing. So once you get into this life, you will have dharmic living. It will come with it. It's part of the package. It's something you're going to get. You will get this dharmic living, protecting you from the crazy life of just trying to follow desires, frustrating life of trying to follow just desires. So now that you have your dharmic living, what will happen is your life is getting organized because you're living your essence and your duty. So you'll get, it's just obvious. It's not even like a mystical thing. Good things will come, right? If you're like the best person you can be, you're the best, that's whatever your essence is, what's your essence? Are you a father? Are you a parent? So be good at that. Are you an employee? So be a very good employee. Are you a business person? So be a very good business person. You're a member of a community. Be a good member of your community. Be a good neighbor, a good citizen, a good human. So obviously, once you do these things, when you start focusing your life is guided by these things of being the best you can be according to what your essence is, obviously you can have good results. Obviously you can have, again, not like tomorrow maybe, but you start accumulating good results. Your life gets organized. You're taking care of your body, you're being a good citizen, you're being a good family member, a good friend, a good neighbor. It just obviously good things start coming your way. Life gets organized. This is what happened with me. Just your whole life becomes so nicely organized. Everything works so well. And then you start getting all this good merit starts piling up. If you could have like a little app where you could access your merit and demerit, you'll see that every day that you're living focused on Dharma, you're accumulating so much merit. And when you don't do it, you accumulate demerit, you accumulate problems. You invoke difficulties and hardships to your life. That's the way it works. The end of the Bhagavad Gita, Sanjaya says, look, where there's Dharma, there is victory. Where there's Dharma, there's victory. So as you continue focusing on this dharmic living, which Krishna will give you, he says, if you're my devotee, I will give you this. You will become steady in dharmic living. Your life gets better and better, good things come to you. And then Krishna says, you soon achieve the balanced state of shanti. And that's exactly what I've experienced. And you can experience too. My students experience it too. You achieve the balanced state of shanti, of peace, because that's the result. As you get your life organized, you stop creating problems for yourself. You stop stop making stupid decisions, you stop getting your priorities wrong, when you stop messing up, you'll get more and more peace. Blissful state of peace. And then Krishna says more. No bhakta of mine, bhakta means devotee, one who practices bhakti is a bhakta. So no bhakta of mine, no devotee of mine is ever lost for long. And again, I can testify this. That's exactly what happens. You know, you might get confused, something happens, like, whoa, like a big, you know, something comes up, like the pandemic or something, like, oh, wow, you know, then you don't get lost for long because your dharma comes into focus, the new dharma, because, you know, something happens, your dharmas get a little like, whoa, what's my dharma now? You know, it's like I got this huge health thing or this, you know, pandemic or this problem. So like something, okay, it's like it, so you get a little lost, but you don't get lost for long because dharmic living will bring you focus again. You will again see your essence and your duty in that situation, which might have been radically changed in an instant. So you get a little lost, but then you don't get lost for long. And Krishna says, no devotee of mine is ultimately lost or destroyed. Because, you know, some people get lost and destroyed. You've seen it, right? You've seen people have destroyed their lives, right? People get lost. We say, oh, he got lost. He lost his way, we say, right? People get lost and they lose their way. Tragic. We see it as tragic, but people just lose their way. They're destroyed. Their lives are just destroyed. Of course, they're going to be reborn, and, you know, they have another chance, but this life, destroyed, lost. You see this all the time. But it won't happen to you if you're on this path. So this is very good. This is exactly what I've experienced in my life and what you can experience too if you take to the path of bhakti, of devotion to God. So I hope that's clear. I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you have any questions. Have the rest of your day with lots of peace and lots of love.